Greetings, my name is Duvay Santiago, a student in the Multimedia Engineering program at UNAP. Today I'm here to present the process of building the views of my character, a teddy bear. The objective is to create its orthogonal views and then translate them into an American system view. The first thing I thought was, I'm going to draw exactly as it is, but I run into a problem. My beard is a bit worn out. Its shape is slightly deformed, making it difficult to get clean views just by tracing it. So, instead of struggling with this soft animal, I decided to reinterpret the character. For this, I used Gemini's generative AI. I fed it a photo of the bear and asked it to generate the orthogonal views. The result was a useful base but imperfect, so I opened Infinite Painter and started correcting. I used the Gemini image as a tracing guide, but I rearranged the body parts, corrected the shape and position of the eyes, and clearly defined the silhouette of the head. The back view was simple. I used the silhouette from the front view and drew the back part. For the side views, since the character is symmetrical, I drew one-sided and applied the mirror function. Everything I do on the left matches the right. For the top view, I had to get creative. The base image didn't show the snout from above. Using the front view as a reference to place the snout's position, I drew how it protrudes from the round head. I didn't like how the belly looked, so I modified it to be more rounded. I adapted the bow to the new curve. For the bottom view, I started from the top view. The important thing here was the perspective of the bow. Looking at the side view, I realized that from below, the little belly partially hides the bow. I adjusted that. The ears didn't appear in the base image, so I drew them from scratch. For the feet, I used the width from the front view and the length from the side view. And of course, I maintained symmetry with the mirror tool for all views. With the shapes ready, I moved on to coloring. I wanted to respect my beard's original colors, a cream color for the fur and red for the below. But here I made a small aesthetic modification. The original red was too intense and broke the contrast. For this face, I chose a soft red. Later, in 3D modeling, I can increase the saturation. The important thing now was to have the base. Now I moved on to building the American system view. To avoid starting from scratch, I based it on a quick sketch inspired by a 3D model I generated with Meshi AI. But again, it needed polishing. I started drawing over that sketch. I enlarged the bow because in the AI generated model it looked too small. I corrected the bow's perspective. At first one side looked larger and that shouldn't happen in symmetry. I drew the body and used guidelines to verify the position of the arms. The right arm was higher than the left. I relocated it and adjusted its size. I did the same with the feet. The right one didn't match the left, so I modified the shape and position. I drew the ribbon that goes around the head, but I didn't notice that in my side drawing the ribbon passed through the middle of the arms, which is incorrect. So I removed it completely and left only the bow. Finally, I readjusted the ears using the guidelines and applied the color. After this, I placed all the views around my isometric model. The goal was for everything to align perfectly using guidelines. While assembling this, the final details emerged. The bow in the side, top, and bottom views looked larger than in the front view. I modified it to have a uniform size. In the bottom view, the feet were too centered. I moved them slightly further apart with a protruding from the silhouette, so they would match the front view. And finally, the final decision on the ribbon. After several attempts, I removed the band that went around the head and left only the bow on the chest. Much cleaner and more functional. And this is the final result. We have arrived at a current set of orthogonal views and an isometric view ready to create a 3D model. Thank you very much for watching this video. Until next time.